Welcome along to another episode. You join me on the 465 near Barberstocks, and the reason why I've started a video is because the move that we are going to be doing is pretty much on top of that mountain up there in the clouds. I don't know if you can see it, and we're bringing it into this forestry here on the right hand side. Now where we're going up there, I know it's we've got to go to a wind farm entrance, and we've got to go in there to go and collect the machine, so we've got to meet somebody, follow the route. So I don't exactly know how far down we got to go to get to this machine, but the views that we're going to have, and it's just not one of the normal moves, like, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not 100% what we actually pick it up, but we'll find out when we get there. So we're going to plod on a little bit further, and I'll catch back up to you when we go past Tower Colliery, just over there, and we work our way up the mountain. And hopefully that cloud which is coming across clears, otherwise it's going to be very foggy, cold and wet up here. So it's a nice day down here. We've got 8 degrees, not bad for the winter time in the UK. Yesterday I think it got up to about 10 degrees yesterday, which is shocking at the temperature this time of year. So we're going to crack on down this dual carriageway, come off, it's on the next junction we're coming off now, and make our way up our mountain. So let's go. So we just turned left off the old 465, it's a B road now. The new A465 is a dual carriageway going down the Glenheath. You would have seen it on previous episodes, I would have covered that sort of area anyway, with the new dual carriageway that they built to extend the previous one. So Tower Colliery's coming up on the right hand side, but a few years back on the left here they stripped all this out, got as much of the, I think it was coal they were coming in here from, which was the open cast straight through, and just yeah, it was the surface mine straight all the way through there, right the way across, and they didn't spend long doing it, you know what I mean? They got what they needed, and then they put the land back as it was, and they were gone, like, as easy as that. But the old colliery is, you can see the access road on the right hand side here now, is where it was located. It was one of the last ones, one of the last survivors then from being shut down. I'm not sure exact date they shut down. Should be able to check when I'm editing, and I might chuck a date up if I remember to do so. So here's the entrance there, and you can still see there's a bar and a barista now, so you can actually go down there. I haven't been up here for a long time, and the last time I was up here it was closed. But that's a bar. I might actually pop up here, get the drone up in the air on a Saturday or something like that, and you know, come over here and I can get the drone up. Well, I might actually pop into that. I know you got the zip line there, which you can see just if I bring the window down. You got the zip line just there, which comes down, so you can do that. But I didn't know. I'm stuck with my seatbelt here. I don't always jam it.
Fasten seatbelt.
them tracks a bit of a clean before we get it on, innit? Look at that. Right, let's get the trailer prepped.
Fasten seat.
Right then, what was causing this to jam up? Let's have a look. Nothing obvious. A bit more investigation, I think. And that's that sorted. Oh, there we go. Just give it a... Let's get the seat back. There we go. There. All dead. I don't know what was causing it to jam up. Don't know what was causing it to jam up at all. I think it might be a bit too windy up here to get the drone up. But I don't know if you can see that view up there. Obviously right on top of the mountain here. We'll see about getting the drone up now. See what the wind's like. Then we come back. So we have this Bog-Tracker on. It's only a little JCB 130, but the tracks are pushing it almost 3.7 meters wide, and that's just so it's got a bigger surface area to you know, spread across boggy land. Then, you know what I mean, so it doesn't sink in, because it's quite easy. You can just imagine with peat and stuff like that, it's quite easy to sink in. So we're just transporting it from this forestry, and you can't see at the moment because we're in the clouds. But we're going literally over there. We can't drive straight down, this hell of a drop off down there. You know what I mean? Be a quick way down. You can just manage to see the drop off. Just down there. It's just sheer drop. I wouldn't say it's vertical, but it's a good 90 degrees. I'd say it's almost vertical. I mean, you don't want to be running along here and then all of a sudden go, okay. So this, it's quite an unusual machine. We don't, you know, it's more of a specialist machine this is. You don't really see them often, but you do tend to see them around the forestry sort of area, because obviously things can get a bit wet around you. Not just around here, but any forestry, to be honest with you. Quite easy to get lost up here though, isn't it? So the good thing is, seatbelt sorted. I don't know what was going on with that. I just pulled the chair forward, played about with it a little bit, you know what I mean, and it started working again. So that'd be that. Maybe a bit of dirt or something fell inside and just got caught in the teeth or something, I don't know. But we managed to free it up anyway. So we're just coming up over the top, and the clouds cleared a bit now, so you can actually got a little bit of a good viewpoint. Looking down, look at that, straight down, Tower Corrie Reservoir just over your left hand side, but you can see Tower Corrie there, and the zip line just over there, which takes you down into Corrie. Would I do that zip line? I'm gonna say I would actually. Yeah, I like things like that, you know. I like, I remember in Oakwood Park when Vertigo was there, I think it was Vertigo, it was just a line basically, you just dropped and then it seemed like you were flying. I did that, I enjoyed that as well. But I can see a little bit of a track down there. I'll have to really look into that place, because that's changed a lot. I didn't even know there was a cafe there. I might even pop up there this weekend, see what the weather's like now, and could pop up there and if it's good weather, you know, get the drone up in the air and get a bird's eye view of it, like, you know what I mean? So that'd be nice. Obviously asking permission first. Trouble is, the trees are quite close to the edges, so you can't put it over the side, otherwise you're going to damage a marker board by hitting the trees. Like, remember, trees are quite strong, you know what I mean? It's like my old man used to say to me, if you had a choice of having, if you had to crash and you had a choice of two, which one are you going to hit, the tree or a lamppost, a concrete lamppost? Now the thought of, you know, a young child like that, you know, well, not a young child, but, you know, say 11 or 12, well, it is a young child. In my mind, you know, the tree would have been the better option, but obviously the tree's rooted in and everything, and it's live, and you're more than likely not going to survive if you went into a tree. So you can see the zip lines actually, I don't know if the camera will pick them up, you can see it come up there and the zip line's dropping down, and I think, no, that's a power line. You don't want to go zipping down power lines, it's never a good idea. 33,000 volts coming through that line, don't think it's going to end well, to be honest. The good thing is the road's quiet. I remember years ago when I was working for a firm which done well, Hanson's, you know, they were laying tarmac. It was, I actually helped to lay this road. I delivered a couple of loads of tarmac around this corner on the right hand side, funny enough, on this stretch here. So, and it's still held up, see, because I've been part of it, it's obviously held up over the years. Yeah, right. Yeah, I wonder what that track is down there. That looks like a bit of a toboggan track, that does. You can see it sneaking around and everything like that, and through tunnels, and we'll have to have a look at that place. That looks very interesting, intriguing, more to say. But we can get the drone up there, get the view, you know, advertise the place, you know, brag it up a bit, you know, do it for the drone channel. Definitely, and it's a bit of history for the kids as well, because like, we've gone down Big Pit. I'm not sure about the kids would have as well. The only thing is about Big Pit is that I don't know if you can take the dogs there, and that's a bit of a downer with us. We'd have to find somebody to look after the dogs for the day. But I'll have to check to see if this place is dog friendly. If it is, it's even more of a bonus. You know, like, we're not going to go down the zip line or anything like that. We go to the cafe, go to explore, maybe have the kids going on a toboggan or something like that. If it looks like a toboggan, to be honest with you. Yeah, that looks like a toboggan sort of thing. The trouble is with these gates, they don't make them that wide. I think we're just going to squeeze through. The trouble is, their marker boards are sticking out as much as the tracks are. So you ideally don't want to catch them, because you'll just bend them. So these gates. It's the trouble, the road starts to bend before you've got through them. It's unusual having tarmac roads on a forestry road. Very unusual. So I'm just wondering, you know, I mean, they've even gone through the effort putting curbs on the side of the road. So what was up here to... Oh, right, okay, it's going into the back of the gasworks. It's one of the emergency entrances to the gasworks. So that used to be the gasworks then. And obviously that would have been one of the emergency entrances to the gasworks. That kind of makes sense. Come a summertime now, we'll be doing a bit more work in the forestries. They tend to repair the roads more in the summertime, just because they get washed out in the winter. So we'll be moving machines from forestry to forestry. We've done a few last year, so hopefully we'll catch up again, because it's I do enjoy driving around these things, because it's somewhere that, unless you're a forestry worker, you got unless you're a forestry worker, you're not really going to come up here, are you? Or you know, you come up for walks and stuff like that. It's about the only time really. But the average Joe like me and you, we're not going to come up here. You know what I mean? The only reason I'm up here is because I'm bringing the machinery in. Other than that, I wouldn't be in here. If I was working for Tesco's or Morrison's or something like that, I certainly wouldn't be coming up here, would I? I hope you're remembering the way out. I think we're going to be pulling it off here, I think. we got some nice drone footage. However, it started to rain and I didn't want to keep it up, obviously, because electronics and drones ain't waterproof. Well, my ones aren't anyway. So managed to get it all off, all tipped. We're just gonna make our way back out to the quarry, and well, not the quarry, the forestry. I'm just past one of the quarries there. So it's a bit of a loop, isn't it? So we got to drive around to get out. Obviously there's nowhere really for us to turn around. Could have turned around in there, but obviously it's wet and it'll sink. You don't want that. Some fallen trees there. So basically what that machine's going to do here, so getting in front of us there now, he said that and obviously Natural Resources Wales was there. So basically the trees then, which up in that area have been burnt, so you've got to get rid of them then, basically. So that machine will just take them all out, you know, mulch them, and the tree itself will become fertilizer, obviously, when it rots away, innit? So it'll all get mulched down, out the way, gone. So the trees are already dead. So like these ones on the edge, see how they're all dead? So it'll get rid of them sort of things. But these particular ones it's got to go to is where it's the forestry's caught fire. You can see there, I think they look like they were burnt as well. But anyway, I'll get rid of them and get rid of all the dead trees like there now. They're dead. See them? So I'll get rid of all them, mulch them all down, and then Natural Resources Wales can come in and plant new ones. But at the moment they can't plant them because there's a lot of dead trees there, mature dead trees then. You know what I mean? And they can't reuse the wood because the wood's been burnt. So it's one of them ones where unfortunately it's a bit of a waste of all them years growing, in it. You know what I mean? But that's what happens when things get fire damaged, and being in the forestry, things like that happen. So these guys will go in and clean it up, and then all new trees, I guess, will get planted then, ready for the next forest. Well, that is us all done. I got the paperwork signed, made my way down. I just taken a couple of phone calls, hence why we almost in Swansea. So I'm making my way on to the next job where I got to move a D6, but it's one of them ones. The weather's crap. I'm not gonna record it. I'm not gonna be wanting to be out in this weather for too long. So that is it for us. Remember, if you're liking what you see, then hit a like on the video. Have a comment if you fancy having a little chat. We've got a Discord server as well. The link's in the description below if you want to join that. It's not very active at the moment, to be truthfully honest with you. So it'd be nice if we can get a few people there and get people talking. That'd be nice. You know what I mean? I don't know what this one's doing, but strange having people like that. They slow down way too early. There's no need for it. Anyway, if you haven't done so already, then please subscribe to the channel. But yeah, other than that, you could consider becoming a channel member as well. Just hit the join button down below and choose which one you want to follow. Remember, you can see videos earlier by becoming a silver and above. I will be sticking to that promise now as well, as I'm getting a few videos lined up ahead. So we'll get back ahead of myself. And then I say, if you want to buy us a coffee, the link's in the description below. That takes you to PayPal. Other than that, I think we're all done. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, bye bye.